So our continuing coverage of the coronavirus issue is here, and we're now talking with the East Riding of Yorkshire Council. The leader is Richard Burton. Welcome back, Richard, and are you okay?
I'm very well indeed, and always great to speak to you it's not so sunny today, but it's been sunny. It's been a lovely day yesterday, and it's always great to hear from you and talk to your listeners.
Well, one of the things about the Great British weather, of course, is the weather is very variable, and this weekend in particular, the weekend forecast is looking good, but you've got a very important message to say to people listening right across the East Riding, haven't you?
Well, absolutely. I mean, obviously these are very strange times, and we have to follow government advice, and it's important that we do, and this socialised self-distancing and keeping oneself to oneself and staying at home is so important if we're going to fight this virus together. And yeah, the message, I'm afraid, is despite the wonders of the coast, and we're normally coming up to Easter, we're encouraging people to come to the coast and enjoy the fruits of what's on offer. I'm now obviously appealing for everybody to please stay at home this weekend. And, we've all got to do this, and it's important that we do. And the more that we do this, the more we'll get through this crisis together, and business will be back to normal hopefully in the near future. But for now, the message is please stay at home. It's crucial. Non-essential car journeys only, and we've just got to maintain that social distancing really. And it's important that we do that. So I think that's the message for today.
Absolutely right. And of course, you mentioned Easter, and it's amazing. Easter isn't that far away either, is it?
It isn't. No. We're into April now, and you're right. I think it's going to be a lovely weather for the next few days. So now is the time to get in the garden, do some things in the garden. I'm sure the gardens, those who've got gardens and never looked as tidy and as clean as they do now. So now is the opportunity to sort of enjoy the garden, stay with the family, and of course stay safe.
One of the things we ought to encourage people, Richard, to do, is to take photographs of the garden as it looks now, and then maybe in about a month's time, and we should do some kind of then and now competition with East Riding Yorkshire Council and us, and, do some kind of fun thing with it all.
Absolutely, sounds like a brilliant idea. I mean, I don't know what you're seeing, but I mean, the wildlife in the garden, it's great to see the birds coming there, getting around to that nesting. The bulbs are out. There's a lot of colour around and about. It's nice to see that the leaves are starting to come in there, just starting in the hedgerows our way. So there's such a lot to see as you obviously go out for your hourly walk or whatever, and also in the gardens. So yeah, now's the time to sort of contemplate the fruits of your own area and your own garden. So you're right, we're coming to Easter, and now is the time to sort of enjoy the moment.
The important thing is to focus on something positive. We can only deal with what we know today and maybe tomorrow. Let's try not to get too anxious about a few weeks' time, because we just don't know what's going to happen. We have to keep as positive as we possibly can. And things like getting outside and doing the garden and doing maybe a bit of DIY, although that's certainly one thing I will not be doing because I'm hopeless at it. But doing something a little bit within your own world can make a tremendous difference to how you feel.
Absolutely. There's always things you can do. I mean, it's great to see the community coming together in so many different ways. I mean, last night we were all on the road, coming out to our doorsteps and clapping for the NHS, which was great to see. And I think there was even more out on clapping yesterday than there were the week before. Certainly in our village, you could hear the noise coming through. It was lovely to hear, and it is about sort of making the best of what we've got, and really sort of what's precious to us all. I mean, staying at home and staying active. There's things you can do at home as regards staying active, and even the council are launching launched the Active East Riding website with a Stay at Home, Stay Active. So there's things on the council website that you can sort of help you give some new ideas about how to stay active as well. So we've all heard of our Active Coast. Well, we're producing this Stay at Home, Stay Active sort of piece on the website to give people some other ideas of things to do and ways to sort of keep active. There's workouts, there's all sorts of things. I think I know my in-laws are busy doing jigsaws in a way that they've never done jigsaws before, and they're enjoying that, to be honest. So there's so many different sort of ways we can keep ourselves active, but it is now about sort of exploring new ideas, doing different things, and all within that, sort of mantra of staying home and staying safe.
And of course, when we talk about being active, we're not necessarily talking about moving around. We're talking about keeping the brain active, aren't we?
Well, yeah, indeed. I mean, on the council website, there's an awful lot of books online we can get with through the libraries. There's e-books, audio books, e-magazines you can still get. And I know it's for those that have still got opportunities at home. I know they're doing the Les Mills workouts at home as well. So there is opportunities to do many different things.
Are you hinting, Richard, that you actually do the Les Mills workouts? Then,
I think that's a bit. I keep promising myself, and I think now's the opportunity to sort of to try and get myself fit. But I must admit, I think sitting in the garden or doing a bit of weeding seems to be like the most we can sort of contemplate at the moment.
I think I'm with you there on that one, definitely. I was talking to one of your colleagues the other day, and I was hearing about those. Of course, thousands of people are used to going to the East Riding leisure centres across the East Riding, aren't they? And of course, they're probably getting a bit frustrated because they're in that kind of mindset anyway, where they're getting up early and they're doing that early morning exercise. They can't do that, but as you mentioned, the Les Mills sessions are available and they're for free initial sign-up period as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There are things on the website that you can sign up to, which will all help you sort of keep active and ideas of things to do within your own confines of your own space, as it were. And there's lots for the kids to do. There's challenges for the under fives that I know that they're putting on from ideas around Sowerby Hall on the website about the tiny treasures and the Sowerby Squirrels sort of initiative that's on the website. There's all sorts of creative sort of ideas that we're trying to promote at the moment to keep people active and keep people things doing. I mean, I know there's an online weekly magic show from the Star of Bidlington, from Magic Mike at the Star of Bidlington Spa. So there's lots of things to try and do at the moment. If you look, it's just a matter of looking and seeing. But there's an awful lot on our website for us for you to share and utilise and have a go. But you're right, it's about sort of staying at home and all being at home together really at the moment.
Absolutely. And that website, eastriding.org.uk. If I can finally just ask you, here we are then, we're getting more into this, what is the new norm for now at least anyway. Any messages for your team at the East Riding of Yorkshire Council? Because there's so much effort has gone into pulling all of this together since this crisis began.
Well, I really do. I mean, I really want to say how thankful thank you to our staff. They have been amazing. They are doing amazing things at an amazing time, and we have an amazing staff, undoubtedly. It is strange times, but they are really rising to the challenge. It is about keeping our services going. Obviously, we're having to prioritise our services to the most vulnerable and our core services, which is absolutely right. So many staff are learning new skills. They're taking on new tasks, new challenges, and as you can see, the bins are still being emptied. Things that matter are still being done. It's all about trying to protect our most vulnerable in society. I mean, if those ones that have, really do need to stay in at home all the time during this crisis period, we need to sort of look after those. We've now got these community hubs that are being put in place with the community respond number, which is 01482 393919, which is about sort of helping those people who really haven't got connections, haven't got those family nearby, are very isolated, and it's about looking after those. And that's all been put together in such a short time. And really have, I'm in awe at the dedication of our staff and how they've been able to sort of lift to the challenge and get all these new structures in place and work with new partners. We're working with the Hey Smile Foundation with their volunteers, which is really great to see. And I also want to thank all the volunteers out there, the community groups out there that are all getting involved and really sort of helping their neighbours And it's about community, isn't it? I mean, we've all got... One thing about East Riding, it's really about a network or a patchwork of small, wonderful communities. And that community spirit is really showcasing itself now, I think, in ways that we probably sort of haven't seen for a while to some degree, but we know it's out there and it's really on display now. And I really want to sort of thank all the communities as well that are getting together and helping one another and helping their neighbours, and they're all coming out with sort of initiatives to sort of protect one another, and I think that's really great to see. And it's one of those moments that I feel really proud to live in East Riding. I think it's a special place. We all know it's a special place, but it's a special community and it's special people.
It's a fantastic effort by everybody, and thank you for talking with us regularly as well, Richard, as well, and we really appreciate it. Message for this weekend, and as we head towards Easter, stay at home, and if you're doing your daily exercise, stay around where you live. Don't drive anywhere. That's
absolutely right, and I look forward to speaking again to you, but in the meantime, stay at home, stay safe, and take care.
Thank you very much indeed. Council Leader Richard Burton is speaking right here. Thank you very much, Richard. Stay safe, and thanks for talking to us again.
Thank you.